Brought to you by I. This statement is from US Deputy Secretary of State Christopher Landau. Christopher was addressing the Raisina Dialogues 2026, being held in New Delhi on March 5. At this conference, he expressed his country's intentions regarding the ongoing trade agreements between India and the US. Christopher said, "We are now very close to a trade deal. This deal can open up unlimited possibilities between the two countries. We are very excited about the economic and commercial opportunities we have by focusing on India. But India should understand that we will not repeat the same mistakes with India that we made with China 20 years ago." Christopher Landau means that 20 years ago, by providing China with markets and its benefits, the US made it so powerful that it began to outperform the US in the commercial sector. This means that the US will not allow India to become such a large market that it will eventually compete with it. He said, "We will ensure that whatever we do is fair to our people because ultimately, we are accountable to our people, just as the Indian government has to be accountable to its people." However, the US Deputy Secretary of State did say that a win-win partnership can be forged between India and the US in areas such as technology and artificial intelligence. He further stated that we believe that partnership with India is in our interest. India has enormous economic potential and human resources that can shape the future of this century. In the coming years, we can take India's cooperation to new heights and move beyond the Cold War model when India maintained distance from the US. In his address, he also mentioned President Trump. He said that just as President Trump wants to make America great again, he would expect the Indian Prime Minister and other leaders to also want to make their countries great again. These comments from the US come at a time when the ongoing conflict with Iran is putting pressure on India's energy supply. However, the US has granted India a concession by lifting the ban on purchasing oil from Russia. The US argues that this will help control rising oil prices. According to US officials, this 30-day exemption will apply to oil tankers already loaded with oil destined for India. This exemption applies specifically to Russian oil tankers that were loaded before the new US sanctions came into effect, but were unable to ride in India due to the sanctions, according to an NTV report. US Deputy Secretary of State Christopher Landau was also questioned at the Raisina Dialogue regarding India's oil purchases. He responded, "I hope you're looking for alternative sources, but there's no better option than the US." Landau further explained that the US's foreign policy is aimed at advancing its national interests and is not a charitable organization. That's all for now. What are your thoughts on Landau's statement? Please let us know in the comments. This news was written by our colleague Mary. My name is Viba. Stay tuned to the Let 'Em Talk for updates.